Alright, hey, there's this thing that I want to do, which actually might be the best thing I can do because I love doing this and it really does help my mental health, and that's talking, whether it be about current events or just about what's ever floating through my mind at that moment, or whatever wants to come through and say hi real quick. But I'm starting this new thing. I that's another. I'm starting this new thing. At first it started off with the Rad Minute, but it's always longer than a minute. So this is going to just be called the Rad Rambles. It's not really a rant. It's just me rambling about things I think about and things that pique my interest and make me want to talk. So I'm going to start off with an introduction. My name is Rachel, like out of the Bible, no extra lettering. E-L, not E-A-L. I am black. I just found out that I'm mixed with Chickasaw. I got some Chickasaw in me. I got some native. I just found that out last year. 2018. I am 26 at the moment. My birthday is November 4th. I'm going to be 27 this year. I am a confused individual about a lot of things, but also I'm willing to talk it out if somebody has the time. But normally when it comes to talking, nobody has the time. They want to see a whole bunch of doing, which is okay. It's just that I'm not that good at doing. I can do it. I'm not saying that I can't do it. I can do it, but I'm not that good at doing, you know? I'm not that good at doing. Or, understanding as soon as I get it. That's one thing. But I am a college dropout. I went to school for art and then switched it to exercise science. And, what else? I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I used to live in Texas, and now I'm back in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've had my first baby. His name is Otto. He's a boy, of course, but, y'all might hear him in the background sometimes, but he is eating right now, so everything is A-okay. What else? I don't have any certificates or degrees or license. Well, I do got my liquor license. Let me stop. And I got a food handler's permit. I don't have my own place at the moment, but I do have a roof over my head. I would like to say I have one friend, but things are complicated. I still don't know what kind of friend he is, but I have a friend, and I really like him, and we argue a lot, but that's just how we interact with each other. But we love it. Like, well, I know I love it, and he loves me, so he puts up with it. So it's not really like damaging or anything, but I hope not. That's all I can, like, I really do hope not. I hope that, like, he just, like, oh, that's just Rachel, okay? But I have a friend, yeah, I guess that's, like, the most I can give on my introduction, because, like, I mean, what really is an introduction? What am I introducing you to? The things I've learned or the things that I've done? I can introduce you to some of the things I've learned too. For the past few years, well, at least ever since I moved back to Tulsa, because that was a life-changing thing that I thought I was going to be able to experience. Yeah, I don't mind letting people in on my life. This is the only thing that I have to myself, and I like sharing it. I like sharing it because it's like, I still don't understand, and I don't believe that your life can be used against you. I still believe that it can be used. It's only used for you, regardless if it's a bad consequence or a good consequence. Like, there's no such thing as bad publicity, like, for real. But I used to live in Texas, stayed in Texas for a good 11 years, 10 and a half. But stayed in Texas, but I like a cake, not even frequently. I would say frequently, because it's a real big problem to me. I frequently find myself in mental ruts. Like, I find myself in a mental space where it becomes overwhelming, and I can't see, and I can't be. And everything at one point when I was staying in Texas with my brother was unbelievably heavy. And I was just like, man, I can't even wake up without feeling like death, without feeling like I'm not good, without feeling like I have life. Like, I didn't wake up with life. It's just like I woke up, I dragged around. And I was trying to find a way out. Like, that's my beginning journey of trying to find a way out. Another fun fact about Rachel, I've had a suicide attempt before. I tried to overdose on somebody's random prescription pills. Come to find out, they're the most harmless pills you can take. Didn't know that. I thought any type of prescription pill, if you take too many of them, you could die. But I did that in 2012, my first year of college, and from that point on, that's when I really noticed that I'm depressed and I have a lot of things on my mind. So actually from that point, I've been trying to find a way out. I mean, really my whole life I've been trying to find a way out, trying to find people to talk to, journaling, trying to participate in clubs, be in the moment. Hold on 1 second, I have to burp my little shark. once again, I am taking care of my little one, Otto. So it's going to be 1 minute, and I'm not going to do any of this editing out stuff, because this is the life of me. And right now I'm a mother, so these certain types of I wouldn't even say distraction, because it's not a distraction. These responsibilities, attention grabbers, are important to pay attention to, especially when you're a new mother or an old mother. Like, it doesn't matter. You have to break away from what you're doing currently to pay attention to what's most important, which is making sure this life is alive and eating and comfortable while he's trying to go to sleep. I won't say comfortable during life, because I don't think I'm gonna feed that mentality to him, because I'm not saying don't strive to be comfortable in life, but comfortable is one of those things that are hard to really, really buckle into. Just like love. You can be comfortable, but it only lasts for so long. But as I said, 1 moment. I'm gonna let you. Otto, you better stop that. I'm not playing. It's not the funny. It's not the funny. Here. Calm down. Calm down. But yeah, a little bit more about me. Where was I at? I was at the suicide attempt and me trying to find a way out of my mindset, which led me to the suicide attempt, which I'm coming to understand now is like, it's really not even the mindset. It's just like, how did I see myself? A lot of things I look at on the internet and people that I've been able to understand have been telling me a lot of things that are super helpful. But when I was in Texas, 2017, it was a really tough time. I had got a job at McDonald's, and that place, I mean, it would have been a cool place because you do the same thing over and over and over and over. There's really there's no, no way to get lost in it and find yourself doing anything different or creating something new. You, you just get trained and you do the same thing every day. And for some reason, in the front is like, okay, you ordering your burger, everything's okay, but behind the scenes, I don't know if it was just that McDonald's or shit. I don't know if I entered the place and caused anything, but co-workers were wanting to fight every day, and that was the first time I've ever been in a job where people want to fight each other over cleaning up. I was just like, and I've had a lot of jobs, okay? I'm not saying I stayed at those jobs for a long time, but I've been in places where tension does run high and people's attitudes, you know, are there, present. They judge each other, but it never really just led to no fist fight or wanting to get physical. And it was between a man and a woman. And I was just like, what the fuck? Wow. And they didn't care about who was at the counter or nothing. Manager was just like, yeah. I mean, it honestly reminded me of my family. But that's a whole nother story. But that job made me want to cry. I was like, I've never been at a job where I just want to cry because people were being rude to me. And I'm like, people have always been rude to me. Either because they thought that I was being rude um, or just because they rude. But this place was different. I only lasted quit McDonald's for 2 weeks because after that, I came back here to Tulsa. The main reason I came back to Tulsa was to receive therapy. You see, once again, I was going through a lot where I was waking up and didn't see shit. And my mama always expressed to me if I needed help with anything or, you know, I could go to her, talk to her. She's there for me. She has my back. This is what she's told me. So when I do talk to her, she was expressing to me, Rachel, we can get you some therapy through my insurance if you come to Oklahoma and we can get this taken care of. And I was just going back and forth with myself a lot before I made this decision because I was like, do I really need therapy? Is something really that wrong with me? I'm like, I did try to kill myself at one point, and for some reason right now it's just the wackest thing in the world. For like everything is whack. If I'm not smoking, I'm not happy. And I came down to the bottom line. I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go get some therapy. I get on a Greyhound. I find myself in Oklahoma. And when I get here, everything is okay. Like, people are happy to see me. They want to see how I've been while I was away. And then, like, things go okay until I was really wondering about the therapy and the therapist and all this. And that's when things switched. Um, well, I would ask my mama, um, which therapist can I get through her insurance? Uh, can you call? Can you look up? Since you have the information, I'm trying to work with her so she can work with me at one point. And she kept deflecting, like, oh, we'll do this later on, or I'll let you know, leaving, like, letting me hang on a cliff, like giving me all types of cliffhangers. And to the point where then she started wanting to argue a whole lot more than usual. Because, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm the type of individual where, well, I didn't start off like this. In childhood, I used to go after at least some things, but then that was beaten out of me. I let it get beaten out of me. I'm not that strong. People be like, you're stronger than what you think. And I'm like, that's good, but I've literally been beaten down to the point where doing me hurts. Using my voice hurts. Using my brain hurts in a physical sense. And I'm like, damn, bro, like this shit is not even cool. But back to this, my mama started arguing with me more. Things weren't going how she said over the phone when I was in Texas. And I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm like, bro, I moved back only because of therapy. I didn't move back to be closer to you. I didn't move back to help you with anything you had going. I thought this was going to be a moment for you to help me because that's what you said on the phone. And from that point on, I was just like, I can't trust the words out of my own mama's mouth. So who can I trust, you know? And it was just really bad. Like, I remember after this argument, I was just like, what is my mama for? I literally asked that. I'm like, what is my mama for? If she's not here, like, she's literally just here to pass me through the portal, and that's it. I asked my mom, I was just like, you've overcome a lot of things in your life to get to where you are. You have a career. I mean, you have a lot of opportunities to do different things. Can you help me can you help me with some of those life lessons? And I used an example with snacks. I can't remember what it was about, but my mama got to the point, like, she's very, I don't know what the word is, but it could rhyme with itchy. But yeah, using the snacks as a metaphor for something, and she was like, use something else, and I was just like, I only use that because it's right in my face. I really can't come up with something like that off the rip. And then she got mad, and I'm just like, she's finding everything to get mad at me about, and I'm like, I don't like none of it. And I'm just like, you brought me down here so you can help me, and it's like, you really just inducing suicide, because I found myself I wouldn't say I was suicidal at that point, where I was just like, I'm gonna just end it, like, fuck it. But I was just like, bro, I'm not doing nothing no more. Like, I'm literally gonna lay here and eat an apple a day. Like, that's all I ate for like a whole summer long was fruit. I ate an apple a day. Well, at least 3 apples a day. One for breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner. Bananas now and then. But other than that, it wasn't like I was giving myself full meals and taking care of myself as well as I should. Just because I was so low. I was like super, super low, to the point where I didn't know how to get up. I didn't even see up. And life was just going on and going on and going on. I visited a cousin in California. it was a nice getaway, but all I wanted to do was sleep out there too. You know, sorry, excuse me, that was a burp. All I wanted to do was sleep out there too. And I was just like, I got some good sleep out there. I didn't want to do it. Like, that was the best thing. It's not like I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't have nothing on my mind to do but sleep. Like, sleep was the biggest thing that I wanted to do. The biggest change in my life. Because, for real, you think growing up you get sleep when you're a child. But I was so, young, being young, I don't want to take naps. Should have took advantage of that. Like the memes I be seeing, like, hell yeah, I should have took hell advantage of them naps. Because now all I want to do is take naps. And, I spent the whole 2 weeks in California sleeping and smoking. And it was the best thing in my whole life. Like, I didn't have to go to no club. I didn't have to go to no party, no events. I went to the mall once. I had money to spend, and I didn't even spend no money at the mall. I bought some frozen yogurt and spent outside in the outside mall just looking at people, and it was the best time of my life. I don't have to do that much to be happy. But, pressures from the outside want you to do the most you can do. So, like, honestly, so you can make other people happy. But it's like, damn, I ain't never got a chance to make myself happy first. To even understand why I would want to make somebody else happy. Because I started backwards. I literally try to make everybody in my family happy first before myself. And I'm not saying that I regret it or nothing, because I don't regret it. I don't regret trying to make them happy first. It's just that I should have at least tried to make myself happy sometimes too. Cause that me neglecting myself didn't help nothing. It didn't change nothing either. Like, but trying to make them happy was tough already. So there was that. But along with this mental, I don't know if that goes along with my mental health or anything. It could be. But yeah, I found myself here in Tulsa trying to escape from my the mental pressures, like, of life. And I can say right now that I feel good about it. Regardless of where it's going or where it's not going, I really do feel good about it. When I wake up, it doesn't feel like death anymore, and it doesn't feel like I don't have life. Because when I wake up, I'm like, I do have life. It's not the most life I've ever felt in my life, but I do wake up with life in me, and I feel it. And it doesn't hurt, and it actually makes me, happy to go to sleep, and happy to wake up, and happy to eat. Otto, take your butt back to sleep. It's still early. Just because you hear me talking, that don't mean you stay up. Otto is normally he like a semi light sleeper. He can sleep through me talking. But if I open the door, he's up. Maybe. You know what? There we go. My bad, Otto. But yeah, right now I'm in a new mental space where, like, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but it's like if you do something, it doesn't affect me in the same way as it probably once could have. Like relationships done changed in my mind. Like I don't. It's not like I'm dependent on a marriage to get me through life. No, I never saw myself as marry material. I barely saw myself as girlfriend material, even when I've had a boyfriend. Other than that, no, because after my first relationship, I've it just was not really fun. Like, sex was cool at first, but after that, we didn't have anything to talk about, and that's like one of my favorite things to do is talk. I like to talk. But I've yet to find somebody who likes to talk too. I I said this before, cause I'm all backwards. Like, I'm doing an introduction. This is gonna be my third recording, and I'm just now doing an introduction. I'm gonna go how I recorded it. There's no snips or edits or nothing. It's just rad rambling. But I talk to myself a lot. I talk to myself so much that I forget to talk to other people. Okay? I forget other people can talk to me too. Like, me and myself have created our own language within our mind, where it's like trying to understand anybody else it takes more time, and nobody right at this moment, nobody has time for anything but what they're doing. And I'm like, damn, why do I have to be doing this and nobody has time? But it's like a huge revelation. Like, it's like it makes the search more better, because hopefully, I'm always hoping. um Even when I say I lose hope, I'm always hoping still. Like, way, 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 way in the back of my mind, I'm still hoping that I find somebody who can talk to me and I can talk to them, and things just like flow, 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 flow. I want to say I've had that before, and of course I fucked it up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a fuck up. My mama said I was a fuck up, so I'm a fuck up. That's like one thing that I'm actually proud to say. I'm a fuck up. I'm a complete fuck up, because as soon as I get something good, I will fumble the shit out of it. As soon as I get something like super great, like it's like I experienced something like amazing, I will fumble the shit out of it until it can't be fumbled no more. I will lose it. And I'm like, damn. Like I said previously, I don't know how to enjoy moments. I just know how to be in them. I don't know how to act within them. I don't know how to relax. I know how to relax in them, but that's probably it. Like, there's like there's a whole there's plethora of things you can do within a moment other than relax. Like, you can, observe. I do that, but it's not like I make my whole moment about observing. You can interact, you can connect, you can debate. All it is, like, there's a whole bunch of things you can, like, sole purpose do within a moment. And me be just trying to relax in the moment and, stay cool, because it's hard for me to do things. So staying cool is the way I keep a level head. That's the only reason. To keep a level head is to stay cool. Cause I can spin out of control. Then people don't know how to handle me, and then if nobody knows how to handle me when I spin out of control, and I'm not being able to handle myself, I'm gonna just keep spinning. So I have to keep a level head. That's something I taught myself when I was growing up. My mama didn't sit me down and say nothing like that. I had to teach myself to keep a level head as much as possible, because if we spin out of control, nobody will be able to freaking stop me, or nobody's going to be just willing to help me. That's a big thing I'm learning again now. Nobody's here to help me. I can only help myself. People, I know I don't like hearing that. That's just the God honest truth. I don't like hearing that. I barely I can deal with feeling it. I gotta do what I gotta do. But I really don't like hearing that. Because it's like I know that naturally. So hearing it only affects me mentally. It doesn't affect me any other way. It only affects me mentally. Just restating the fact that I'm here by myself. There's others around me, but they're not expected or supposed to care or help. They can, but they don't have to. I've learned that way back in the day, and it's, I guess, a refresher now. But got lost in a ramble. This might happen often. It's just sorry. I'm really trying to find where I was at. Oh, about how I've had something, I fumbled it, and things went awry. Like, I'm telling you, me just trying to find a way out of my mental space to get into a new has been the most difficult thing. The only difficult thing, the only thing that makes my life, okay? The only thing that makes my life a life. And it can be comical, but it's fucking sad to me. It makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Like, I'm crying tears of a sad clown, because just the way my mind is playing tricks on me, or making me see things that could be or could not be, trying to perceive things in a different way, or just how they are to me, without even trying to twist it or anything, how I'm just seeing it. It really hurts me. Like falling in love. I thought I fell in love before, but I didn't, until I met this one guy. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to say anybody's name or I can't control. Like, I'm not going to say my mama's name. I'll say Otto's name because that's my son. But other than that, I'm not going to say nobody's name. I fell in love with a guy that that sparked a whole bunch of things in me, like even fear. And I'm just like, whoa, these are some feelings I've never felt before. And I'm like, is this love? Like, thoughts used to cross my mind like crazy. Like, he could do this, like, and he can do that. Like, I can be happy, or I can be sad. This can be a good thing, or this can be a depressing thing. Like, a lot of things went through my mind with this one dude. And it was just so crazy. Like, and I was liking every moment of it, even the crazy, like even the ones where I was completely scared out of my mind. I was just like, I'm in this moment with you right now, and I'm scared. I'm so scared that I can't say nothing. I'm so scared that I don't want to fight. I'm so scared that anything I normally do ain't happening, because for some reason it's like I feel terrified and protected at the same time with you. And I'm like, I've never felt this way before, like ever in my whole life. It's the most newest feeling I've ever felt. And I really thought I really say it was love, but it was short-lived, and it was just wonderful though. It was wonderful. It was short-lived because I cheated. Something I said that I never wanted to do. Something I said I never wanted to do. Like, I was like, I'll never cheat on my boyfriend. I would break up with a dude if it came down to cheating. And then I found myself in a cheating situation. It really does go faster than you think. Well, at least than what I thought. I thought cheating happened slow, but cheating goes by fast. And I fucked it up. I told him right after I did it. I didn't wait no month. I didn't wait no year. I didn't lie. For some reason, I came right out with the truth. Look, I cheated on you. I had sex with somebody else. And after that, it was just like downhill. One, because I was beating myself up about it. He wasn't really tripping that bad. But I know I was, so I was like neglecting, refusing things that I would probably take for myself because I did something wrong. It's like I put my own self through hell because I did something wrong. It's not like I was married to the dude either. We were in a complicated relationship because I had told him that we were just going to be friends anyways. But yeah, found myself in that predicament, but it was cool. I just never felt scared and protected at the same time. But that's another thing I was going through, trying to find my way out of this mental space that I've allowed myself to get trapped into, and now I'm trying to pull myself out of. Only reason I say myself is because I've been trying to be around, like I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm set up like this, but for real, being around people make me feel a certain type of way. And this offends people the most when I say, you make me feel some type of way being around you, which is what you're supposed to do. You're human. But for some reason that makes people feel very offended. I'm like, You know you're supposed to make somebody feel some type of way, right? But it's like, I don't want you to feel no type of way. I just want you to feel like you. That's impossible. Especially if you're feeling like you and I'm feeling like me. I'ma feel you and you're gonna feel me. Even if it's nothing, if you feel that nothing's coming out from your way, then you feel nothing. That's still a feeling. Nothing is still a feeling. People like to call it cold or cruel, but it's still a feeling. One second. This recording is 48 minutes long. I'm probably gonna end it on a good note. This RadRamble. Just know. Not even know. Just think about how you're perceiving. 'Cause my whole life I perceived normal negatively. Because I was putting myself through hell. God is a serious thing. Okay? It makes you look at life a certain way. I took God and saw that I was unworthy of heaven. I was unworthy of blessing. I was unworthy of anything good because I did a lot of sinning in my early years, my very early years. And that made me put myself in a mind frame of hell, because I was just preparing myself for hell. I was like, God judges you. You go to hell. If you do bad things, you go to hell. If God deems you unworthy, you are unworthy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I prejudged myself because I just knew, okay, quote unquote knew I was going to go to hell. But in reality, I don't know. So that helps me now, but it's still creating challenges for me because I don't know. And now I'm admitting to myself that I don't know, so I can learn how to know instead of saying I know in one way. So I'm trying to start over and going back to the I don't know stage is it's helping me refresh a lot of things that I've lost, but it's also reminding me that I lost a whole bunch of stuff putting myself through hell. So don't put yourself through hell unless hell has been placed upon you. Don't do it unless unless it's like happening to you, like, don't do it to yourself. or you'll find yourself trying to find any and every, not any, but just trying to find a way out. That's not it. I mean, trying to find a way out for everybody. Everybody trying to find a way out. People find a way out in the wrong way. People find a way out in a monetizing way. People find a way out in a religious way. Like, there's so many ways to find a way out, but for some reason I haven't found mines. But I haven't gave up any type of hope of finding my way out. I'm just hoping that my new hopes is I'm hoping to learn how to enjoy moments instead of just being in it. I mean, I want to learn how to actually absorb the whole moment and be in it and learn how to eventually enjoy it. I think that's the best way I can find my way out of this, is ultimately learning how to enjoy my moments that I've been given, and have fun with every one of them. But that has been a rad ramble. Sorry for the late introduction. Thank you again. Goodbye.